There we go, right? Here you go. Get that body moving. We're going to move some energy tonight. You ready? Okay, we're almost, it's almost the end of the song. Here we go. We believe in each other. There ain't nothing we can't.
Song.
Bring it, right?
Just yes.
Oh my God. Well, I'll see. Rebecca, I love the fact that Rebecca is honest and just getting out of the shower. I'm going to record this. There's a couple of people that I'm going to send this out to. So let's look at. She's laughing. Don't you just love emojis, though?
Yes.
I know. I'm feeling an emoji. All right. Wow. Well, let's take a deep breath into you all. You all. A night. Oh, Anne's coming in. Hang on. We got Tennessee's coming in. Yeah, let's do a big hand for Anne Mandinelli. Dr. Anne Mandinelli in the house. Woohoo! Revive is in the house. Revive! She's having a revival. All right. Oh, gosh, I am so grateful for you guys. I can't tell you. I'm so grateful for y'all showing up for yourselves today. Mm-hmm. So before we get going, I have this little book. You ever have books on your shelf that you never open?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, lots.
But you have intention to open it?
Yes.
And these are gifts from people who knew that you needed it. Well, I found this little book, and the name of this book is Believe. And it's about 2 inches by 2 inches. And I'll tell you what, just transparency, I was in some kind of unbelief today. Oh, yeah.
Tell me more.
Yeah, right. And then it's like, wait a minute. That's such a constrictive thought, right? And I know that what I do is like, okay, well, let's replace it with believe. And that actually was my word for 2025 was believe. Okay. So everything came up that was not believable.
Oh.
So you keep coming, believe, coming back, come back. Hi, Rebecca. So I'm going to read something out of this little book. Just the first paragraph about believe, okay? So, you can, you should, and if you're brave enough to start, you will. Believing isn't about closing your eyes and wishing really hard. It's about clearing away everything untrue to let the sun rise on your gift, your right work, and your perfect imperfection. Gosh, nice little book. Just that one couple sentences, it's like, oh yeah, that's right. That's what believe is. So we're talking about believing today. How's that? So let's get this party started here. So I decided to call this aligning your word with the year of your dreams. How does that sound?
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so here we go. So we've got Kelly. Oh, I'm going to have you come in and introduce yourself and talk about your word in a minute. But let me do this. Let's get centered first. So welcome, DreamBuilders. And tonight is our first gathering, or you've been on journeying with me for a while, like a couple of you guys. Let's take a moment to simply revel in the beauty of being together. Yeah, because there's no coincidences. Each one of your souls is drawn here,
Mm.
and it's a part of something bigger. And right here we are on the edge of a brand new year, 2026. 26, 2026. I go to this meeting and I'm like, I always say, okay, it's January 7th, 2026. Sometimes I forget.
Right.
And I'm back in my old stuff.
Mm.
And I'm reminding you, we are right here, right now. So here we go. Your energy is ripe for expansion,
Mm.
for new dreams, and for boldly stepping into the next version of yourself.
Mm.
Do I hear amen?
Amen.
Okay, so we're going to start out with taking 5 deep breaths. And the reason we're doing that is we're setting our nervous systems into, away from whatever it is that you've been doing today, packing, working on schoolwork or whatever. Inhale and relax. 2. And it's taking your nervous system from this fight and flight to rest, digest, and relax. So another one. And allow yourself to relax and receive tonight. Relax and receive because you're meant to be here. Every soul, every story is welcome here. So I'm going to set the intention for tonight. The intention for this gathering is to connect, grow, and honor. Honor your word for 2026. So you're ready to step into a truly magical year. And we're going to tune into the possibility that wants to unfold. So let's create some heart connection right here, okay? I'm going to ask you all to, what's your word for the year and why you chose it? And before we do that, let me tell you about what my word is. And while we're doing that, I'm going to go into my magical magic here. And I created a PowerPoint. Yes. Who is this? Anne. And this is tonight aligning your word with the year of your dreams. And Anne, you want to come in here and tell us about, Anne's been with me, gosh, for I don't know how many years. And this is one of those dream achievements.
It's 2020, I think.
Yep.
Maybe around there. Oh, I'd forgotten about this picture. Oh, that's me and Suzanne. And that was when we had, my doggies are yelping in the background.
That's okay.
That's when we had the Oasis retreat in Tennessee. It was so much fun, and being able to get to hush, girls. They're noisy and active this afternoon.
That's okay.
So yeah, that was the first time I met Suzanne in person.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
First time I met you in person.
Yes. And Karen.
Yes.
Yes.
It was, and that's, I'm calling in a lot more meetings in person with you guys. I know, Kelly, we see each other all the time.
Yeah.
And Carol, but so today we're aligning your word with the year of your dreams. And that was very powerful. It was my dream to take the kayaks to Tennessee. We had a kayak coaching adventure in Tennessee at the Oasis.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Okay, so we set the intention for the class.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's some of the words. And I'm going to go like this. And as you say your word, and it's not up here, I'm going to type it in because I think I can do that. So let's start with Carol. your word of
Hi.
the year and why you chose it.
So last
Oh, yeah,
session,
I'm sorry. Can you tell us who you are, where you're from, and then your word and stuff? Because we're all just getting to know each other.
okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Carol Tam. I'm zooming in from Dallas, Texas. I'm a life mastery consultant. Met Judy through the work. And the last session with Judy, I actually calibrate the the word fun, Fun, because as I shared, last year was a very difficult year for me. And this year, I want to have fun everything I do. So I will be happy again. Thank you.
Amen. And so it is. And I have it right down here. I have your fun word here. And let's
Yes.
see. Anne, come on in here. I have yours up here. Oh, go ahead.
Yes. So Ann Manginelli in Cookeville, Tennessee, and my word for the year is revive.
Mm-hmm.
And so I chose this word because I had a still small voice tell me, I don't know, a few weeks ago that it was time to dream again.
Mm.
And so I I immediately thought of reviving things that I had wanted to do in the past but had set aside, and revive some things that have been goals of mine for a while that I kind of put on the back burner. And so this is the year I want to revive those
Mm.
things in all of my quadrants. So
I
Mm-hmm.
am so looking forward to this year. And Ann and I are going to be in at Dream Builder Live coming up. So, and also we're going to the desert in Tucson for a 5-day immersion retreat. Like, so looking forward to that. And I so appreciate all the work that Ann and I have done over the years. Lots. And you were not in a very good place. Not that, you were in that place that Carol was in. Oh, and how about Kelly? Kelly's just like coming in like, what are you guys doing? Kelly, I just saw Kelly this afternoon. So, Kelly,
Yeah, it's so nice to meet you guys. As Judy said, my name is Kelly, and um, I'm I picked a word that is not very typical for being very industrious and dynamic and power based. To me, what I'm working on is I've gotten in so much trouble for not for reacting instead of responding with grace and compassion. I react way too fast on most decisions in my life, and so, or my emotions or anything. And so I'm learning, I want to learn how to take a deep breath and pause with every interaction that I do and say and feel and think. So I can have better relationships.
I
So that,
love it. Don't you guys love it? Pause is like the number one tool,
ah, man,
and a dream builder tool, you name it. And one of the things with the pause button, I imagine myself with duct tape over my mouth
yes.
and also Velcro on my butt, like stay put.
Okay.
It's gotten me in a lot of trouble too. And when I remember to use the tools, it's amazing. Okay. Now let's see. Now here's some other people that send me their words. I've got so many people sending me their words. It's just awesome. And last time, if you follow my Transformation Tuesdays, and it's on my YouTube channel, this what I decided for this year. I'm going to take each one of your words, and I'm going to do an entire Transformation Tuesday on it from the spiritual aspect of your word. And so next Tuesday is revive, Anne's word. And there'll be meditations and worksheets and everything with each one of those words. Yeah, isn't that fun, Carol? I know, I just dropped it in because I can.
Right.
Yeah, because why you know it's because I can. I'm claiming it, right? Okay, thank you so much. And there you go. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. And this is my mentor, Mary Morrissey, and this is in 2004, I think. 2014. No, 2004, where I was in this space. I was so blown out as a special ed teacher and so tired, and she came and did a service at the Unity Church, and she's a former teacher too. And I signed up for a Dream Builder program, exactly what we're doing now. And I took the Dream Builder program into the special ed classroom. And that's where every student in there had a dream, a vision. What would you love? And the changes that happened over that school year were phenomenal, with self-esteem, growth, and everything. And so that's an award I won, the Dream Builder Achievement Award for 2000. Actually, it's 2014. Okay, so here you go. I wanted to show you this. One of the cool people that I hang out with is a school teacher, and she watched that video of our class, and she's back in school now. Her name's Candace, and she took that energy into her classroom. She teaches ESL, and she had these are the words of fourth graders. They're words. And she was going to come on. I think she's probably in her first week of school. But at any rate, I'll send this to her. Look at these words and how, this is what they did when they went back to school. Gratitude, effort. And it looks like they have a little definition of the word under, putting hard work in something. Spanish, grit, effort, focus. If you're watching this and you don't know what the heck we're talking about, you can choose any one of these words too. Oh, hang on a second. I think I forgot. Let me see here. I forgot Rebecca. Listen, my sincere apologies. Rebecca, do you have a word of the year?
Stability.
Stability. Okay, cool. Listen, I am so sorry when I go and... Okay, let me punch you. No, listen, please unmute yourself and yell at me. We're not. I'm used to it, and I got stability. Oh my gosh, my apologies, and that's where the imperfection comes in, right? We got stability up here. I love that word. Can you tell us why?
Let's see here. My AI assistant named Lyra actually chose it for me.
Oh.
I had her help me with kind of my setting up my year as far as goals and things based on just everything we talk about in work, life, the whole balance of things. And she said that stability was the best word for me because ultimately the major goals I have are getting my home in a better order that kind of lets me reset and rest my nervous system. I'm working toward more financial stability that helps kind of, help me have that balance. As far as physical stability, learning to not overdo it and outwork my pain levels and respecting my energy cycles, things like that. And then with mental stability, having fewer competing priorities. And lastly, creative stability, working on my writing and some of my other creative endeavors without the pressure to finish everything right this second, just allowing it to be a process.
Awesome. Ooh, we got another writer in the crowd. Yeah. Oh, so thank you so much for sharing it. And that's like such a great, what a word, and that's another word I haven't heard. I do this every year and I've changed different, let me see. I changed it, but I wanted to focus in on this fun word. Okay? If you want to put any fuel underneath anything, fun is key. And here's why. Fun sparks your creativity, ignites energy, makes challenges feel lighter, and possibilities feel bigger. It reminds you that life is meant to be lived fully. So having fun is so important. Okay? In other words, lighten up. Right? And over the years, I've never been accused of not having fun. I was, I was at a Dream Builder Live, and there were these people that would come in from all over the world. And there was a woman there from Russia, and we're dancing. One of my volunteer things at Dream Builder Live is leading the crowd in dancing, right? And this woman came up to me, he goes, I need a fun coach. Can you teach me how to have fun? In my culture, that's no. I'm like, yeah, baby. And so like, okay, first wiggle your hips. First do that. But it was like, oh, how important fun is. It's one of the core values. So thank y'all for sharing. So here's what my word is expand. And when I was doing this with you, as well as with myself, my spirit, my God said, it's time for you, Judy, to expand and to shine even brighter and call in those who are ready for your next level magic. Isn't that cool? And I'm like, oh, okay, I can do that. And it scares the bejesus out of me. That means working with new people. That means putting myself out there even more. If you notice, I've been putting myself a whole lot out there, and I'm like, But you know what? It's about expanding. So let me pull up this now. Let's see where am I at with this. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about this before we go into some journaling. This is what we call Dream Achieve Moments. This is one of the first towels they put out. And I don't even remember what Dream Achieved, but I just Dream Achieved that I got a towel that said that. And I clipped my picture and sent it in. Now it's like plastered all over the place. But here's another Dream Achieve moment that I've had this past year. This is Tish Hartwell, and she's a client of mine from Chicago. She was in an accident 25 years ago, and she lived. And she heard God whisper to her, you're alive, there's so much to do. She's the most dynamic, hard worker, committed to this work. We meet, I give her assignment, she does it. And her dream is to walk and on the sand with her husband. That's her husband, Todd. And she just released her first book called Destiny Calling. And anyway, I'll be seeing her Dream Builder Live too. I first met her a long time ago. But that was it. My dream achieved was to meet Tish in person. So I was in Wisconsin. I drove down and I went to her house. Her house is amazing how it's like got elevators and this and that. I mean, she's an amazing person. So anyway, that was one of my dream achieved. This is another one. 2 weeks ago, I gave this sermon at a church. My folks would just die if they knew that I was doing that. Preacher. Anyway, and I was on hope and faith. And another dream achieved this last year was meditating with the elephants. I've always wanted to do that. So what I'm saying is it grows and grows and grows. That's why to keep things fresh. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go back here, take you out of here. I hope you all brought some journals with you. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Because dreams are not just about achievement. Amen? They're about transformation at the soul level, which is why I'm calling this year Soul Development. Which I don't know where that came from. It just dropped in. And we're doing it at a soul level. So when you grow at the level of your soul, when you grow at the level of what that pause really means, what fun really means, it's not just a word or a concept, it is your reality. People look at you and they see the word fun. They look at you and they see stability. And they look at you, revive over and over, and pause. Yeah. So you ready for a little interactions, little visioning here. So take your deep breath in here. And close your eyes. And imagine it's December 2026. You've lived your word for the past 12 months. Take a deep breath in here. That word is a part of you. It's the end of 2026. Okay, now shut your eyes and we're going to visualize this. How do you feel? What's the feeling word? And there were times when that word did not want to come up, but you grabbed onto it because you were committed to your word, your vision of that word. What are you doing differently? It's the end of 2026. What are you doing differently? And I'm going to imagine, I'm just going to have you just shut your eyes and visualize this. Then I'm going to give you some time to write down what's popping in. Who is in your life? Who's in your life? And what's changed within you and around you? Where are you? What kind of clothes are you wearing? What kind of music are you listening to? What are you eating? And allow an image, a feeling to surface. And when you're ready, open your eyes and jot down a few words or images. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to jot down. And if you think about it, right, I'm so happy and grateful now that I feel whatever it is. And include your word in that. How has your spiritual life changed because you believed in yourself? Write down whatever it is that's coming to you right now. Write down whatever it is that's coming to you. Because right now, when you think it, you ink it, or this, okay? Whatever it is. And then at the end of that, write these words down. This and something even better still. Write those words down at the end. This and something better even still. In other words, you're calling from your higher source that only wants good, only wants stability, only wants this, you, whatever it is, words, whatever vision. And then when you write this and something better still, because this is you're allowing God's source and everything to pour even greater that you can see beyond. Okay? And then sign your name. Sign your name and date. In other words, you just made a contract with yourself. Nobody else. It's between you and you and your higher power, you and you. Okay? If this vision stuff is new to you, that's cool. This might be the very first time you ever really let yourself imagine, which is way cool. I've been doing this for 15 years. The only thing I could think of when I first started was I just wanted to get out of my classroom. I never wanted to ever work in four walls ever again, and so I don't. But it took me 4 years to realize that dream because I was so scared. Financial instability, all that stuff. And then when I finally leapt out of the classroom, I almost got fired. Well, you know how that goes. I mean, because I was doing it all the wrong way, all my way, big mouth, right? Blah, 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 right? And then like Mary Morrissey, my coach at the time, said, oh, wait a minute. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So do you want to end? I mean, when you die, do you want people to remember you as being that bitch that screamed at everybody? No. So it took all that energy, like, oh, okay, I want to leave here, leave this on a nice, everybody like appreciating me, and that took a lot of work. But I did, and they even threw me a party. They were glad that I was like going to. So now I work. Then I take the Dream Builder program and do this work out here. And I have more fun. I work from all over the place, mostly from parks. And I set my own schedule. So anyway, everybody have something? What I'm going to do now is put you in breakout rooms. You know how to get there if I do this? Okay, Kellyanne, when it comes up on your screen, it'll say go to breakout, and you just click on it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, but first let me set y'all up. And in that room, connect with another soul, listen, and if you could say, here's what came to me in my vision. This is what I would love. Okay, and I'm going to give I'll come back in about 5 minutes. Each person gets 2 minutes or so. Okay. So as soon as you see that, do you see that little thing? Oh, Kellyanne's gone. Oh, there you go. This is so much fun. Okay, if you're watching this, I invite you to let me be in your breakout room. All right? And I'm listening to. So I'm going to take a deep breath in. And it's December 2026. I'm going to hold this. Okay, tell me. You look fantastic. What's going on in your life? Go. Wow, that's awesome. And here's what I want you to do. Text me. Let me know. I want to hear your vision. And then we'll set up some time to talk on the ones that calibrate it. But awesome, you've got this. And I love it how you wove your word into your vision. Yes. keeping that forefront, that high vibrational tone, that high vibe word. Yes. Expanding. There you go. Very good. I love it. Way to listen. Okay. And pretty soon, so what I want you to know is that, oops, let me see. Stability. I love it. Stability. I love Rebecca's word stability. Did you hear how she described that in detail? And now she's coming from her word into the now, living from stability. Yeah. And Anne, revive. Stay tuned next Tuesday for a whole Transformation Tuesday on the word revive with meditation and encounter. I love these words. I love the word pause. Perhaps another unknown solution exists. Wow, and fun. Of course, that's really always a great word to live from. And you know, inevitably, when you have this word, all that stuff from the past that is not that word wants to come up to be repatterned, and that's what we do in the Dream Builder program that we'll be starting next week. So this is a fun thing. Let me call them back. I don't know if I gave them a full 5 minutes, but we'll see. And then, hang on a second while I go like this. I'm going to bring up the PowerPoint again. Oh yeah, with the meditation and the moves. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure I'm on track now. Time-wise, yeah. Okay, I'm going to call them back from the breakout rooms. 60 seconds to come back. Boom. I think I did that right. I'm getting much better at this. I am getting so much better at technology and stuff with my little fingers and all that. Oh, I can't wait for you to see. Hang on. If you're just listening, hang on. I have the most powerful video to show you at the end. But they're going to come back and share what that was like to hear each other's words, to affirm each other. And so it is. And so we let it be. Here they come. I love this part. They're all popping in. Boom, boom, boom. You know, the question is, like, how was that for you? Yeah. How was that? There's the yay! Isn't this magic? Magical magic? Isn't that great? Okay, here's what. Let's take a couple shares. Number one, how was that for you to have someone actually listen to you?
That's fun.
Did you like that, Rebecca?
Yeah.
Did you hear something that in your partner's vision that maybe you want to add to yours?
Absolutely not.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
You and Carol were together, weren't you? Okay, all right. Well, so first of all,
He's giving speeches at the UN and stuff, and I'm like, you go, girl. But
I know, yeah. Carol is on fire. That's what we Texans kind of do. How was that for you, Rebecca? Is that the first time that somebody's actually listened to a dream of yours?
No, I think that I have a number of friends, that I'm able to talk with about this stuff. But I think it's one of the first times that it's been very reciprocal, both people talking about it, I would say.
Yes. How was that for you? Okay. And did anything come up that surprised you? Carol, what about you? I know you're speaking at the UN. I love it. Tell us more. Can you tell us more? Go, Carol.
Yes. So Judy, Before I sign up to show up today at 6 p.m. Texas time, I already set my intention. I say I got invited to go to New York City in March. And it was a independent, it's called International Women's Conference, okay, on March the 8th. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll set my intention. I wanted to know how this aligned with my vision as an international speaker.
Yeah.
I also want to have fun. This is the year I want to have fun. I also want to have time and money freedom. I don't want to worry about the money.
Is it okay if I stop you here on a word that you just used?
Yes,
Can I
ma'am.
put you on a word? Okay. Whenever you hear yourself say the word want,
Want,
want is a word of lack.
Oh,
Okay. So it changed the word want. In other words, want will always have it be out there.
okay.
I want it. I want it. I want it. In other words, you're telling God, I want it sometime in the future.
Okay.
So change the word want. You can all write the word want, scratch it out, and change that to the words I would love.
Oh, instead
When
of
you
want.
say I would love, God hears. God's wanting to jump, pour all kinds.
Okay.
Anything you would love, God's there. Boom.
Okay.
I love. And coming from it as if it's happened right now.
Okay.
Always come when you write your vision. It's like, I'm a speaker at the women's conference, this and that. I'm having fun. Right?
Okay.
Okay. Did that help out a little bit?
Okay.
I find myself using the word want, and then, I coach constantly. I catch people, and they let me like, oh, can we catch that word? That's what my job as a coach is: catch your words, up level, and shift your words to a higher vibration.
Okay. Understood. So Judy, let me share with you. I'm just gonna read it during your 2 minute meditation. It come up with the following. It's December 2026. I'm so happy and grateful that I spoke in front of a large audience in United Nations on the International Women's Day in New York City. I was wearing vibrant red outfit. I feel happy, dream a cheap moment. My message was short and sweet. I have fun. Ladies around me also have fun. They feel my positive energy. I went to a country that I'd never been. This or something even better still. Dot dot dot.
Okay, everybody, hold up here. We see it. Everybody, hold your hands out. We see it as so. Boom, it's done and done.
So it is. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's great. Now, sometimes when we do this, you might be comparing your dream with somebody else's. That's a paradigm, right? You are unique. Everybody is unique. And that's Carol's vision. Heck, I think you more than earned that.
Thank you.
Okay, so Kelly, how was that for you? Did you enjoy? I know Anne is a pro at this. Did you enjoy being listened to?
Well, we didn't quite get on topic, so I would have liked about 10 more minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys can talk more. Yeah.
And she said that. She said she always, whenever she does breakouts, that she always wishes for a little bit more time. So yes, it was a get to know you thing. Quick questions. So we didn't know. Yeah, we can go back and maybe go do what we're supposed to do, right?
Oh no,
I just asked a lot. I asked a lot of questions about her her movement with you and the group, and so I learned a little bit about her, so that was good. Of course.
That's good. Well, that's good, Kelly. And this is what I do all the time. That's why, yeah.
Oh.
So that's cool. Yeah. And Anne, did anything in your vision change when you did the revive?
No. Just
tell everybody what your vision is.
My vision is December 2026 that I am celebrating my retirement, and so that I can move on to I can pursue my creative path as a grandmother, lover of books and dogs, and research and writing and photography and travel. And I have this vision of having a building I call my Creative Wonder Lab, where I can play and create, and my grandkids can come and play and create, and we just have fun.
There you go.
And all the other things, time and money, freedom, all the stuff, But
That's so cool. And Anne, can you, if you don't mind, I'm going to lead you guys in meditation, but can you tell everybody here where you were when we first met? Why you even reached out to me?
Yeah. I was working full time at the university. I was a research librarian working on my PhD, and doing education research in Haiti. My husband of 9 years had passed suddenly after a short battle with cancer, and took care of him in his final days. And so I lost my husband. We had COVID. Lost a dear friend who was serving in Haiti to COVID. My research kind of went up in smoke because Haiti, just the turmoil and chaos there, made it impossible to travel. So I was just at a point where I was stuck all the way around, and stuck and exhausted, and knowing that I wanted to move forward, but just not knowing how. So I reached out to Judy, and we did Standing Firm When Your World is Shaking. And so Judy walked that path with me. I finished my PhD, and have grown a lot. Took a full-time teaching job at the university, and now just looking forward to being a creative grandma.
Yeah. You've come so far. And one of the things is when you're first starting to do this, your vision might be here, and then it grows with you. And one of my jobs is, whenever we get together, I know your visions. And if you want to change it, and it sounds to me like it's constrictive, like you don't think you can do it, I'm going to stop you and say, I believe in you, And if you come and your vision is even more expansive, I'm like, yeah, let's do this thing. So at any rate, that's who I am and what I do. So let me, let's see. Let me go back to this script. Okay. So let me thank you for asking those questions, Kelly and Rebecca. So let me give you this Dream Builder journey, and it's a journey, and it's tools, mentorship, path for crossing that gap from where you are now into the reality. And there's certain steps. It's a process, and I've been doing it for every year. I've done the program. I'm doing it for myself as well. So I'm working right along with you. And there's a workbook, there's action guides, there's videos, and it's so. And every week we gather with this tribe, a soulful tribe, and we support each other and dive into these principles. Now, they're spiritual principles, and they're spiritual and they're strategies. So anyway, just imagine being guided, supported, and actually accountable. That's the word, accountable to your higher vision. So that's just it. When you let someone in, and I've coached just hundreds of people over the last 15 years, but it is the best. And every time I start a group, I get scared, which is a good thing, because I don't know what's going to unfold, and that's kind of the fun. But you really don't know. Now, environment is truly stronger than willpower. Love that one. So in the Dream Builder program, the support lifts you higher. And there you go. We'll just talk more we'll reach out and stuff. I have a worksheet that goes with what you just did. I'm going to send that to you and then we'll talk a little bit. But next week, we're actually starting week 1. So what I'd like to do is anchor what you just learned here and then show you a little video. Is that okay? So let's take a deep breath in. And I want to bless each of your words. And let's anchor this sacred field. So take your hands, close your eyes, and place your hands on your heart. May my word flourish. And may I remember, this is your year to build the life your soul longs for. Thank you for the gift of you. Now take a deep breath and allow your body and mind to settle. Visualize your word glowing like gentle sunlight into your heart space. With every breath, feel it expand, filling your being and soaking into every cell. See that word guiding you through 2026, lighting up your choices, your actions, your relationships. Feel the courage, joy, peace, or power it brings. Imagine the roots of your word going deep and branches reaching high. Your word is blossoming into reality. I bless your word and your journey, and may you receive wisdom, support, and every resource to live this word fully. And may you remember you are never alone on this path. And so it is, and so we let it be. So I would love to show you a video, if that's okay with you, a little video before we end. This was shown to me when I first started to work with Mary, and this rocked my boat. It's a TEDx talk from Amy Purdy.
If your life were a book and you were the author, how would you want your story to go? That's the question that changed my life forever. Growing up in the hot Las Vegas desert, all I wanted was to be free. I would daydream about traveling the world, living in a place where it snowed, and I would picture all of the stories that I would go on to tell. At the age of 19, the day after I graduated high school, I moved to a place where it snowed, and I became a massage therapist. With this job, all I needed were my hands and my massage table by my side, and I could go anywhere. For the first time in my life, I felt free, independent, and completely in control of my life. That is, until my life took a detour. I went home from work early one day with what I thought was the flu. And less than 24 hours later, I was in the hospital on life support with less than a 2% chance of living. It wasn't until days later as I lay in a coma that the doctors diagnosed me with bacterial meningitis, a vaccine-preventable blood infection. Over the course of 2.5 months, I lost my spleen, my kidneys, the hearing in my left ear, and both of my legs below the knee. When my parents wheeled me out of the hospital, I felt like I had been pieced back together like a patchwork doll. I thought the worst was over until weeks later when I saw my new legs for the first time. The calves were bulky blocks of metal with pipes bolted together for the ankles, and a yellow rubber foot with the raised rubber line from the toe to the ankle to look like a vein. I didn't know what to expect, but I wasn't expecting that. With my mom by my side and tears streaming down our faces, I strapped on these chunky legs and I stood up. They were so painful and so confining that all I could think was, how am I ever going to travel the world in these things? How was I ever going to live the life full of adventure and stories as I always wanted? And how was I going to snowboard again? That day, I went home, I crawled into bed, and this is what my life looked like for the next few months. Me passed out, escaping from reality, with my legs resting by my side. I was absolutely, physically, and emotionally broken. But I knew that in order to move forward, I had to let go of the old Amy and learn to embrace the new Amy. And that is when it dawned on me that I didn't have to be 5'5" anymore. I could be as tall as I wanted. Or as short as I wanted, depending on who I was dating. And if I snowboarded again, my feet aren't going to get cold. And best of all, I thought, I can make my feet the size of all the shoes that are on the sales rack. And I did. So there were benefits here. It was this moment that I asked myself that life-defining question. If my life were a book and I were the author, how would I want this story to go? And I began to daydream. I daydreamed like I did as a little girl. And I imagined myself walking gracefully, helping other people through my journey, and snowboarding again. And I didn't just see myself carving down a mountain of powder. I could actually feel it. I could feel the wind against my face and the beat of my racing heart as if it were happening in that very moment. And that is when a new chapter in my life began. 4 months later, I was back up on a snowboard. Although things didn't go quite as expected, my knees and my ankles wouldn't bend, and at one point, I traumatized all the skiers on the chairlift when I fell, and my legs, still attached to my snowboard, went flying down the mountain. And I was on top of the mountain still. I was so shocked. I was just as shocked as everybody else, and I was so discouraged, but I knew that if I could find the right pair of feet, that I would be able to do this again. And this is when I learned that our borders and our obstacles can only do two things. One, stop us in our tracks, or two, force us to get creative. I did a year of research, still couldn't figure out what kind of legs to use, couldn't find any resources that could help me. So I decided to make a pair myself. My leg maker and I put random parts together, and we made a pair of feet that I could snowboard in. As you can see, rusted bolts, rubber, wood, and neon pink duct tape. And yes, I can change my toenail polish. It was these legs and the best 21st birthday gift I could ever receive, a new kidney from my dad, that allowed me to follow my dreams again. I started snowboarding, then I went back to work, then I went back to school, then in 2005 I co-founded a nonprofit organization for youth and young adults with physical disabilities so they could get involved with action sports. From there, I had the opportunity to go to South Africa, where I helped to put shoes on thousands of children's feet so they could attend school. And just this past February, I won 2 back-to-back World Cup gold medals. Which made me the highest ranked adaptive female snowboarder in the world. 11 years ago, when I lost my legs, I had no idea what to expect. But if you asked me today if I would ever want to change my situation, I would have to say no. Because my legs haven't disabled me. If anything, they've enabled me. They've forced me to rely on my imagination and to believe in the possibilities. And that's why I believe that our imaginations can be used as tools for breaking through borders. Because in our minds, we can do anything, and we can be anything. It's believing in those dreams and facing our fears head on that allows us to live our lives beyond our limits. And although today is about innovation without borders, I have to say that in my life, innovation has only been possible because of my borders. I've learned that borders are where the actual ends, but also where the imagination and the story begins. So the thought that I would like to challenge you with today is that maybe instead of looking at our challenges and our limitations as something negative or bad, we can begin to look at them as blessings. Magnificent gifts that can be used to ignite our imaginations and help us go further than we ever knew we could go. It's not about breaking down borders. It's about pushing off of them and seeing what amazing places they might bring us. Thank you.
There you go. All right. How was that? Isn't that amazing? I just love it. All right. Well, so so what I would love it is I think I have all of your, I know I have Ann's, all of your text numbers. I don't think I have yours, Rebecca. I think you're on my email list or something. But if you can put that in the chat, what I'm going to do on my part is I'm going to send you a worksheet that will go help you more tonight to create that vision. And ask you if you want, like, oh, there she is. I love it. You are like on it, Rebecca. And if you would love, then we could meet one-on-one or everything. We're going to start next week with week 1. But any way I can help you, I'd love to with your vision. And this has been an absolute pleasure tonight. And I want to love you and bless you and appreciate you right where you are, who you are in 2026. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you.
And I'll send you the replay of this, okay? And I'm going to
Okay.
send it out to a couple folks that I know that haven't here. But I want you to know that you'll get a replay of this so that you can go back and listen to it, fine tune, or whatever. This is, such a gift to be able to do this work.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate each one of you.
Thank you so much, Judy.
Safe travels.
Okay.
Amen.
So we're meeting every Tuesday or every Wednesday. I'm sorry.
Oh, let me clip this a second here. Well, let's see. Pause.